Okay. Hello, everybody. Welcome. Rosie and Karina, psych investigators.
Hello.
So, guys, okay. So, Karina and I, uh, as my usually slow self today, but it was kind of, this week was so crazy. The energy are out there is so intense that it really does take a lot of energy to do those slightest things. I'm behind just so much. Long story, but doesn't matter. But the point is, no, it matters. But, but the point is, okay. So we were talking, Karina and I had the news to show that I showed her. We started
Hmm.
talking, and then at some point I realized like we have all of this that came up just in our conversation. So we might as well just follow this as the bullet points, okay, that we're
Yeah.
going to talk about. So let's just get, Karina, let's go straight to the protection. And then,
Yes.
okay, so,
Definitely need that.
all right, I'd like to ask for protection, beautiful ray of light coming on top of my head as I breathe in. I feel my lungs. As I breathe out, I create a circle. I create a circle. I step into it. I step into it. I feel protected. I feel connected. I like to ask that information from only from the highest sources that create the good and the good. So it is. Okay. All right.
Hmm.
So guys, you saw this before, maybe if you haven't seen it, there was a huge plane crash. I guess we can
Yeah.
see, share just quickly, just to, if you haven't seen the news. And again, all right, let's see. Okay. No, no, that's it. Here. Okay. So, oh, here. Plane crash in Philadelphia leaves multiple houses and fire causes explosion. And this, guys, if you can look it up, right? This is probably front
Yeah.
page in every media thing. The sad thing about it is it was a medical plane carrying one patient and one family member, doctors. Okay. So this happens. And okay, no, I don't think, okay, no, not don't feel like accident at all, right? No, you don't either.
Mm-mm.
Immediately I saw the same radar problem that happened, not same, but similar radar scrambling thing. And suddenly I see the pilot couldn't see because the radar stopped working and it showed to go in a different direction that he was supposed to go. And like, of course, if you're a pilot in an emergency situation like that, you have to kind of trust, like you can't go with your gut, right? You don't have time for that. You just so you
Right.
I see that the radar was saying go to this direction, whatever it was. Right. So that was for right, Kuna. You also pick up
Hmm.
just to
Yeah.
go ahead, right?
Yes. Yes.
Oh, and then I see, wow, I see that there was a man. I see a man with like very serious situation. Could it be could even be a transplant situation. So like, or a person in serious, very serious health, with a partner. Like I see an older man, older woman, and then
Hmm.
like suddenly the woman looks out the window or something. She's like, wait, we're getting too close to the city. It's not right. It's not right. Boom. That's it. So the good thing, if anything, there's no time for them to realize, like it happens very quickly.
Right.
So I'll stay here, pray for and I see that they're like, wow, it was, and there was a woman in the plane, I think is the wife of a person, saying it was in vain. It was like, this was fake. Like our lives, they took our lives like
Mm.
this. She knowingly. It's like, wow,
Yeah.
wow, wow. And then I see the man, who was, of course, in a terrible situation. He's on the other side. He's like, wow, but don't worry. I say, Sherry, I don't know, say, telling the wife, we didn't die. We're going to change America. Like it's sad, but it's saying this is a situation where things are going to finally change. The evil is like being exposed. They're not going to get away with it. No.
Yeah.
So, oh, and I see they're like, look at him running. The guy's running, but he's going to get caught. So I see there's a radar scrambler thing situation with this again.
Yes.
That's what I saw. And by the way, Corinne, I want to talk about there's some people like classic disinformation, like, oh no, Rosie, don't worry. It was an accident. I have a cousin who, well, no, it was an accident. How do you know that? No, but nothing seems accidental about yesterday, right? So
Right.
the fact that there's all these random people commenting about this tells me that a certain country is involved,
Yes.
right? It's
Hmm.
like it's almost like, why would they put people to comment on this? Right? Okay.
You're right.
So
Yeah.
so then, Corina, please, if you have, I don't
Yeah.
want
No, you're good. You're
to.
good.
Okay.
You're saying everything
So,
we
all right.
talked about.
So then, because I was like, I have to be with the computer on the side here to do this.
Yeah.
So then the second thing so I was talking to Corina because as you may or may not know this, I have insomnia. Sometimes I don't sleep very much at all. And long story, but the energy was low today. I said, I feel good. The energy was low, I think, because of the heaviness of the energy out there. And then I started getting, it was late, like different days we do different at different times. Right now it's 9:37 p.m., which is a lot very late for the normal time that we do it.
Mm-hmm.
Then I started like telling Korean, no, I feel like felt the same vibe that I felt yesterday to say it's okay to tell people that we are at war in a way or another.
Yeah.
And that they are America is under attack. Okay, so and I kept getting enemies, foreign and domestic.
Mm-hmm.
America at war from within and without. So, by the way, this reminds me, there's one thing we forgot to add here, which is okay, how do we even start the Putin situation? So, okay, I'll
Okay.
just go say it. Okay, the source story. So, I think this obviously is not none of this is accidental. It's what are the odds, right? What are the odds? And
Right.
then I see that there's a story of like the first Karina's recording from November that I shared yesterday, right? Then there was actually somebody who wrote to me from Norway who shared an interesting perspective of also seeing that Trump will rat out the other people. Yes, that it is likely that so that could happen. But what I saw is this, that the whole thing that we're seeing the rhetoric from Putin threatening Trump and all that. I see that Putin, because this one too, I also saw immediately the face of Putin on this thing.
Mm-hmm.
And I see the Putin saying, look, listen, we're going to take over your country, whether you like it or not. Might as well just give it to us. And just what he's doing in Ukraine, he wants to do it too. In the sense, not that he's going to destroy to the ground the US, just taking all the resources because his money is running out. He
Right.
has made a life off of stealing the money from the Russian people, really.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, well, you know what? I put the guy in charge over there, and now I'm going to take your money. That's what I'm going to do. So, the rhetoric, the thing is like the situation is dire in Russia, and he wants access now, and he's saying, "I'm going to do all of this, and you can't stop me." So I think Trump knows. I think
Yeah.
Musk knows. And then someone even sent me, Karina, I forgot to share this. Someone sent me a screenshot of Elon Musk saying today, or was it today, like, or a few days ago or something, like, oh, it's gonna take a plane crash, FAA, like, of D, something like, so just sort of like how, like, how he quote unquote predicts things.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Isn't
So,
that miraculous?
right.
Oh my
So,
gosh.
so that,
Yeah.
that was the thing that I saw. So I see that is this escalation of essentially terrorist acts against
Mm-hmm.
us. And the sad thing is, some people have pointed in the comments when Poland made the announcement that Russia was doing these trial attempts to crash airplanes in the U.S.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sorry, and they said they have plans to go to the U.S. and do it. And here we are, right? And
Right.
something else that Corina pointed out is like, oh, look, the drones. They're gone. Well, it was kind of interesting that they did it while this election before the confirmation. Once it's over, like magically disappeared. And then, as if by magic, this new thing starts happening. None of this is organic. It's all created.
Right.
So, so we saw this again that Putin is waging war on us. And the thing about now, this is the interesting thing. I feel like Trump is letting it happen, and then eventually, I do think, like we saw, that he's getting goes into some military facility where he's told all of this. I know people are like, but what about Peter Hegseth? Well, I'm sure, like, I don't think the guy's drunk, right? He
Yeah.
doesn't work that hard. Let's be real. And
Yeah.
I think there are systems that are hidden. Like, still,
Mm-hmm.
I just got this strong sense that military will save us because there's systems in play here. It is not like even though Elon Musk has already gone into computer systems and such, they will they will move. And then Karina and I were talking about that's right, we talked about February. Oh, this is the thing, right, Karina? I'm sorry, I'm talking so
Right.
blah, blah, blah,
No, I'm
blah.
just letting you
Okay.
get it all out because that's what I did to you.
Okay, okay, okay. So okay, so then so okay, we're talking about February. So because we're talking this, the energy so heavy when I saw this thing that I was like, oh, it's an act. These are acts of war against us. I thought, but how Karina, we said that things would happen in March. Like, is it March that things improve, right? But
Yeah.
it seems like we're not going to be able to. Like, it's very very serious. How long until we do something? And that's when I think, because again, I told you guys, I'm gonna fly to Europe in March. So by, Karina, I trust Karina. Like she said, no, it's going to be okay. But February is like a complicated month, right, for flying.
Yes.
So,
Mm-hmm.
so then that's when we saw. that things that I see the military will do something about it. They're already doing something in Europe, like the
Right.
scramble jets to go to we'll talk about it in a little bit. But anyway, so so the point is this, that they will stop this. That's what I think is going to happen here in this government situation. Take down is not the word, but it's something like it has to be stopped. Okay. All right.
Yes, it does.
And then I saw this, the vision of the arrest of, so then I saw at some point, because I asked Karina, how many more plane crashes until something is done? And you said three, right, Karina? You said three.
Yeah,
Mhm.
heard immediately three.
Yeah. So then I saw, but then I saw that they will arrest someone for now, like probably Ross. I'm sorry to say the type. That's sorry,
Yeah.
that's what it is.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then the guy, it's going to be like a secret arrest, and it's very secret, right? Like top security,
Hmm.
and he's
Hmm.
going to have to read out like where what the plans are and everything, and he will most likely. So anyway, so then that there US there's military continuity of government plans, and that they're
Hmm.
treated. And remember, guys, remember how Biden signed, I'm not saying, and Corinne was like, oh, Biden, oh no, I was talking to somebody else like, oh, how's Biden feeling? I'm still kind of mad at him, honestly, because, and I know that like, oh, I don't know, maybe he's gonna, but I'm just still like, wow, really? So anyway, but I saw that Biden, remember how he signed something like, if there's nobody in charge, what happens? Like they were thinking through this. They were,
Right.
and they were tests, and there were such things. So
Yes.
so this is this part. So I think this, so they will fight back. And then I saw, okay, then jumping here to the Musk situation. So we also saw that Elon Musk penetrated computer systems and locked out government employees. The guy, I don't know if I don't think it's him directly, but his people. The guy does not work for the government. It's illegal. You can't just go in and just like do something like that. And then I saw that this will be used as evidence against him
Yeah.
and his because it's a RICO thing, right?
Yeah.
It's a organized crime, essentially
Yeah.
what they're doing. So then I see the arrest, like I see an image of Elon Musk being in some government building, and then he's arrested behind his back. They take him finally
Mhm.
because the guy is a terrorist. Let's be real. He is a
Yeah.
terrorist.
There's people sitting in jail for hacking into a government system already. So
That's right.
why we have to go after him?
That's right. So then here, okay, so the arrest of Musk. Now, the other thing that is happening that Corina reminded me of today, when we talked about Elon Musk, it was like this is a couple of videos ago. People mentioned that actually that we saw NATO and the German elections, how they would not allow that, maybe the German government in France, they would not allow Elon Musk to take over the way he wants to take over.
Right.
And that, and then people reminded us that the election is on February 23rd, which then aligns with, and again, dates and everything, right? But
Hmm.
if they move before the German elections, that would mean that it would move in February. Okay.
Right.
So this is all like the things to talk about now. Karina, do we get into the specifics now of each news piece, or what? Do we talk enough? Like,
Well, we can, if you want to go down each piece, but you did give quite a bit of detail about each one. That was very good explanation. But if you wanted to look, are you still wanting
okay.
to look at each question?
Yeah, again, I guess just the different items here quickly. We just do a quick thing, right? What do you think?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Hmm.
okay.
Right.
So, and
Because I don't think we'll be getting any specific details on how, when, why.
yeah, exactly, exactly. But I still see that, and I know people like, well, but he has no. There's still parts of the government that are legit. Like,
Yeah.
there,
Yeah.
he's not.
There's
It's
still,
not. It's not. And they were kind of. I don't see. I'm getting. They were prepared for this. That Biden kind of told them, and they have this somehow. Okay,
yeah.
I don't know exactly.
I
Okay,
had seen some,
right,
there's some generals in place.
right.
Yes.
Wait, hold on. Just background. Okay, so none blur. Okay, all right. So okay. So now let's go shedding. We're shedding from so. All right, so let's see again, guys. It's really heartbreaking to look at this. It's not even letting me show the details. But so what is up with this? What's next here for this? The house is on fire and everything. Oh, Philadelphia. That's right. So yes, another terror attack. It's saying it's a
Hmm.
terror attack, and the scrambling of the radar, and so more. there's gonna, and I see there's gonna be two, like I see more somewhere in Montana or like somewhere different parts of the country, they're gonna do it on purpose, okay, to create mass fear,
Mass fear.
destroy the aviation, right, uh
Right.
thing.
Yeah.
But which, okay, so then I see
Mass fear.
here, oh, and I see here, it's telling me they will not succeed, however, to destroy completely. But again, it's going to be remembered as a time when America was under attack, like a different kind of like a Pearl Harbor, but it is, right? It's in
Right.
territory. And I see that Putin is very like he's knows he's near the end, so he's willing to do anything. It's just the time to take them down. Okay, so
Yeah. That's why I feel he's got to do it now.
uh-huh. So another situation, this is from the cable sabotage suspect dropped her anchor as she was exiting the Gulf of Finland. So, okay. Uh,
Mm-hmm.
so they're moving, in other words, they're moving, right? This is NATO.
Yeah.
And this I wanted to show because it's related to this. Fighter jets scrambled from Alaska and Canada as Russian warplanes spotted in the Arctic. Several hours later, okay, I'm just going to see it's on CBS News, so it's pretty, it's like, how this stuff was only showing on like the other websites, more like defense websites. Now it's getting bigger.
Right.
So fighter
Yeah.
jets scrambled from Alaska and Canada as Russian warplanes spotted in the Arctic. Combat Air Patrol of American and Canadian fighter jets was scrambled this week after multiple Russian warplanes were spotted in the Arctic. Russian aircraft who remained in international airspace were not seen as a threat, but 8 military airplanes were dispatched to monitor their activity. Several hours later, NORAD said it also scrambled two F-16 fighter jets from Alaska to Greenland in order to forward NORAD presence in the Arctic. The U.S. and Canadian jets were scrambled just weeks after 4 Russian warplanes were shadowed. Okay, so again, very big here, right?
Mm-hmm.
And
Mm-hmm.
so let me just ask here. So what is going on here in the Arctic? And this is so saying NATO and America, saying them co-joined like a marriage, quote unquote, right? And like, um, and
Mm-hmm.
but that they're not going to be separate. Like, how Trump, I'm sure he wants us to be weakened, both NATO and the US, but it's going to
Right.
be okay, that we're in it together. It's saying we're in it together. Yes.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay.
I almost feel it's stronger.
That's right. That's right. That's right. Exactly. Exactly. No, no, 100%, 100%. Okay. Now let's go back here. So let's see here. This again, does it, what happens next here? That's right. They're in place. And then, oh, I didn't. Okay, I'm sorry. I know I'm talking really fast because there's so much. I just feel the energy. I
That's
really.
okay. I know I'm letting you just go because I know how you're.
All right. And then, okay, what I'm getting here is then let's go to I didn't put it here actually on this thing, but let's go back to here the German elections on the 23rd. So show
Yeah.
us what's happening with the German elections, especially when it comes to Elon Musk and the role he will play or not play. So show me okay.
Mm,
Wow,
yeah.
interesting. I see that he's gonna want to fly to Germany. So guys, okay, I stopped the recording just now because I was imitating. I was just like, oh, he's gonna do salute like that. And I imitated because how he did it. I was like, whoa, no way. Me like gross, like it's heavy and everything, awful. So
Yeah.
he was like, wow, because I imitate so naturally, right? I just, doing that. No, it's not
Yeah.
okay. But anyway, so I see him wanting to go to Germany. That plan is that and if but I have a question. I see him trying to go there and he's denied. Is he arrest like is it take I still think that he may not go because of this, because he knows that he can't go. He's not allowed in for that
Yeah.
as a terrorist, really.
Right. They told him,
That's right.
you,
And then I
you
see
come
like
here, you'll be arrested.
that's right. And I see that then yes, I because I still see him being captured here in the US, not abroad for some reason. Do you pick up anything, Ryan?
Yeah. I don't think he actually feels that he could go. Like he's like so arrogant that he's going to try and go. But there is somebody that's smart enough to tell him, do you realize that if you go, you can be arrested? Do you realize that? No, he does not realize. But he does in the end. He doesn't go
Mm.
because he will be picked up. They are not messing around. They
Hmm.
do not. You don't play.
Hmm.
No, you don't play. I
And I
don't care
think
who you are.
Yeah, and I think you will be censored. There's something about Germany, they're very strict with Nazi, anti-Nazi things.
They
So,
have to be,
right. So they're like,
because
no,
here we go.
that's right. Exactly. So then I see, so then, okay, so show me, okay, so the German elections. And I see that he's like this, that the thing doesn't work the way he wants it to work because it's so, I know it sounds crazy, but he's so hated. He's so hated that
Mhm.
even some of the right wing over there, like the guy, they hate him too.
Yeah.
So it doesn't go far. And and then I see him like, oh, and then a few days later, bad things happen to him here, I feel like. So anyway, so that's the story of the German election. And I see, oh, it's interesting. I didn't ask, but there's a woman, I think her name is Annabella or Borbeck something. She's the woman from the Green Party. The Green Party is not like here where it's Jill Stein, Russian. It's
Yeah.
actually pretty good in Germany.
Hmm.
So so I see that she does pretty well. Like I don't think maybe I'm positive, but I think it's not going to be as bad as people think because they're going to act on it. And then I
Yeah.
see that he's like, oh, but he's like, oh, but he was imagining the new wow. Well, I see Granted that Elon Musk was like actually was excited about because I'm gonna be the new right, whatever. The new guy,
Yeah.
Hitler. I want to be the new guy. I want to go over there. I'm gonna be the new one. That's me. I'm like them. A white guy. I'm a white guy. I can go. Oh, look, Toby.
Yeah.
Toby's like,
So
yeah,
Toby,
that's it.
he's
That's
like,
yeah,
go ahead, bitch. Go make my
yeah.
day. Go,
Wow,
go,
wow.
go.
It's like, that's important. That's right. So then
Oh,
I
ooh,
what?
he's howling.
Is what?
He was howling.
Oh,
He
is
just
that
went,
right?
"Arr!"
Oh.
Yeah.
No, that guy is no good. But I still feel like he's a couple of days after the results or like the election, and he goes over there. He's like his brain is fried, and then things just don't go well for him really. So
Yeah.
so that's that. Now, wow. Okay. Well, so there's more. I'm okay, Cornet, please interrupt me. Should I
No, I'm just sitting there thinking, and Germany doesn't have the pushback that America has. So they're
mhm,
not going to allow that to happen.
mm. No.
You know,
No.
we have had so much pushback here. They're not in the position that we're in.
That's right. That's right. So
So, yeah.
okay, so now, Karina, let's go to there's more news here to discussing. It's crazy and it's okay. So go back here to
It is so much.
all right. So here is now this is guys, I'll say this. This is really it is scary, but it is also proof that it is what it is. Don't let anybody gaslight you and don't and see, when someone shows you who they are, believe the moment. Like you said, that they
Exactly.
can. So again, Corinne and I, we talked about it, right? Like they are going to be able to do this for a little bit, and then but there's saved versions of it. I don't know what they're going to do, whether they're going to try to whatever. But I did see that it was going to be used as evidence against him in a trial and then of his cronies, because
Hmm.
guys, this
Hmm.
is like a terrorist organization essentially that they're organizing to take down the U.S. government. So,
Right.
so this is
Exactly.
okay, and then I see that he's being monitored. Okay, even though he hasn't been stopped. Now, okay, and then another thing just as scary, David Lebrick, the highest-ranking career official at the Treasury Department, is set to depart after a clash with allies of Elon Musk. The Washington Post reports Musk's surrogates reportedly had sought access to a sensitive system that handles over 6 trillion annually. So what is going to happen? Because the guy is a robber, he's a criminal, he's all of them are. So what is happening here? What is happening here? I see that he tries to, but there's multiple security things that they somehow
Yeah.
can't quite access. So will that
Yeah.
system be saved, Karina, do you think, from
You,
him?
you know, I just got that. I just got a scene, and it's an old movie from. I believe it's called Mission Impossible with Tom Cruise, where he's going through the building on. It, I can't even explain it. People would understand, but it's all of this laser security. It's he's like having to climb through all this, and that's what Elon's doing. He is getting into our government systems.
Mm-hmm.
This is massive. I feel like honestly, when I really think about it, this is what I feel is the start of Elon Musk's undoing.
Mm-hmm.
This one event is the start. Not that it hasn't been going on, but this, is so big and so ballsy. I mean, come on. You have government contracts and you're hacking a government system.
And you go into
Wow.
the
Wow.
treasury,
Wow.
try to get into the
What?
treasury to get the
Yeah.
trillions, right?
What the hell do you want and doing in the treasury? What are you doing in there? What are you doing in there? Why do you think you need to be in the treasury?
Mm.
What do you want with it? I mean, it's so obvious.
Mm-hmm.
If
Mm-hmm.
we let him do this stuff, you know, why is he going into the treasury? Why would anybody go into that? Just take the money.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, this has to be, but I feel like that's what they have concrete to get him on. He actually did it. That's not talk. He did it. If you and I did that, we'd be in cuffs already.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Wow. And it's saying that those people that helped him, they're gonna go to prison for decades. Because it's
Oh God, yes.
I know it's like people are like, oh, but it's over. No, I don't think it's over, guys. I really don't. Okay, I really don't. It's
No, I
just,
don't either.
and I think, okay, and I think this is it for just as far as the topics, but just continuing the conversation here. I just wanted to say this, that this is kind of the moment of like internal war, like the things they're waging against us.
Mm-hmm.
In a weird
The
way,
citizen.
yeah, in a weird way, it kind of had to happen so that people see. Like it's kind of like the bank robber first said I'm gonna rob the bank, and then it's something. One thing is bad enough. I think you could be arrested for saying that, or but to be in the bank and to actually commit the robbery, and everybody's watching, then that's that. So I
Yeah,
don't see. I think that, and I see that even a lot of like how even a lot of Trump people don't like him, Elon Musk,
they
because.
can't stand him.
So because they are trying to take over all those MAGA people that have been, I mean, not that I like, oh, those are such nice people. Ah, ah. No, none of them. They're not good, but they have a point, right? At least it's true. They were with Trump the whole time. And this
Right.
guy just showed up yesterday. Oh,
Exactly. And trying to run and rule everything and everybody. That gets a little old. That gets old real fast to the people that have we've been with this guy from day one. And here we thought we were going to get all the benefits. And now this guy comes in and is trying to take over and tell us what to do. Nobody can stand him. I hate to say that about another person being so hated, but he's pretty hated
mm-hmm,
by everybody and and the people in all the countries. It's like,
mm-hmm,
good Lord, how many people have you amassed that hate you? And
mm-hmm,
he has no problem with it. He could care less.
mm-hmm. Wow. Yeah. So this is it. But again, it's this is like the reality of it is happening. It will be
Yeah.
undone, I think, sooner than we think. And if anything, okay, it sounds like the craziest thing that I'm feeling now, Pranam, that how the whole thing of war, like, oh my God, war, like we want to avoid it, but now I feel like no, they went, it's a real attack. So that means there's possibility of action and release from this.
Yes.
So,
Yes. And honestly, like I said, I think Leon doing this was honestly one of the best things for us,
mm-hmm,
stupidest thing for him,
mm-hmm,
because what he did,
mm,
I just can't. You can't. No one can be above that. No one can be above that. I know, Lord knows, so many people have gotten away with so many things lately, but we can't let this stand. And I don't think the military will.
mm-hmm.
I really don't.
Wow.
It's crazy. It's
Mm.
absolutely crazy.
Wow, yeah, no, it's amazing right now, right? Like
Mm-hmm.
but I just feel this energy of like action, like things are moving. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
In a way, I don't know if it's to say stay in warrior mode is what I get. Stay in warrior
Yep.
mode.
We
And
have
it's
to.
a save the clippings of the newspapers or like the headlines. Take screenshots because this will go down in history. So we'll remember this.
Yeah. I can imagine.
And
Yeah.
and it tells me, I know, Rosie, you've said like this country is over. Like, writing to people that I know, like it's over, meaning like I can't believe they're doing this. It's like this is the country's over now that this guy is on, like, right? But it's saying no, it's not over. They're gonna be kicked out soon. Oh, that's what I'm getting.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I think
Okay.
I still believe that as well. I'm still
Mhm.
100% in belief that this is a temporary thing
So,
and we'll get through it. But we do have to see some horrific things happen in the meantime.
wow. Wow. So,
So, but you know what? So are the other countries. So are a lot of other countries. They're
mm-hmm.
having to deal with horrific things too. So
Mm,
we just have, not that it's okay anywhere, but we're not in this alone. And there are other people going through way worse things. So
mm,
we all have to band together. Keep the light, people. Just stay in that. Don't let them take your power for any reason. Because
mm,
obviously, look how hard they're trying to put fear in us. They're making us afraid to even get on an airplane.
mm,
Don't let them do that to you.
mm,
Don't let them do that to you.
mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Even if you don't want to go, don't let them put that fear into you that every day is horrific like that, because
Mm-hmm.
you're just allowing them to take your power.
Mm,
And I don't know about you guys, but this makes me mad as hell.
mm-hmm.
And I'm not going down without a fight. I
No,
don't
no, no,
I
no.
don't give a shit at this point.
Yeah. And they say they will regret it. It's just they will regret it. It's saying.
Yeah.
So, oof. So it feels good. It's interesting. Now I feel this release. Like the heaviness that I was carrying is like has released.
Yes.
So,
That's why I just let you talk, because I did all that before we even
oh,
recorded. I was like, what?
wow. Wow.
So you were all wound up. I just had to let you just get it all out.
Right. Okay. All right. Okay. So, all right. So that's it for, but that's it for today, right, Karina? What do we
Yes.
do here? All right.
Yes.
Thank you guys for watching, and
Thank you.
we'll be back tomorrow, probably. Okay. Okay.
Yes. Okay.
Bye. Bye.
Bye.
I wanted to record another vision I just had that goes along with the Trump takedown Pentagon vision. It progressed me a little farther into the bigger scene. And I saw that as Trump's sitting in that room and everything is secure, he is the only one in there. He doesn't have a cell phone, he doesn't have his cronies. It's him alone. And I saw, I, I felt like chaos all of a sudden, like, oh my God, there's something happening. Like, and it took me to a broader perspective. It pulled me up and out to see that it's like worldwide coordination, how this is going down. And it paralleled, obviously, my little story about the sting I had is a little tiny, minute compared to what they're doing, but it paralleled how the coordination had to take place and the timing and the detail. And so it is like a worldwide coordination where they have to do a takedown. Like, I mean, this is crazy. This is like, I'm feeling this is going to be so flabbergasting. That's not even the right word. Is that not, what did I even just say? Is that right? I can't even speak. I can't even say it. It's so, like, people's mouths are just going to hang open. Like, it's so bombastic. That's what I want to say. It's bombastic. It's just crazy. It's like, but it happens underground, like the takedown, because Trump, the essence of it is Trump is in that room so tight and secure that he has no idea what is going on around the world in those moments. That's when it all happens. They have to coordinate how this goes down. So I saw a little bit of that coordination all around the world. Oh my gosh, I hope that makes sense, because sometimes it doesn't come out the way I'm trying to get it to come out. But anyway, I wanted to put that down in a little recording.